Hey guys, it's Matt. It's Tuesday, and today's topic is about military. So I don't really have a lot to talk about in regards to the military. I'm not a big military fan. I've personally never wanted to join the military. I've never had any interest in joining. I typically don't hang out with people who are in the military. I just think that there's a huge political and social divide between those who would join the military and me. I'm like a really liberal, hippy-dippy kind of person, so joining the military was just never an option, never an interest. So I'm going to keep this video nice and short. So the past year, 2015, a lot of media attention has been surrounding the transgender community, and that also includes the transgender community who are either active in the military or who are veterans of the military. I've seen so many articles pass by on Tumblr or Facebook about transgender men and transgender women who were in the military, who transitioned after service ended, so they were veterans. And with that being said, this year, I believe in May, there's going to be a lift on the ban, banning transgender people from joining the military, open trans people. So, for instance, once the ban is lifted, openly living transgender men and women will be able to join the United States Army, military, or Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines. I'm making sure I got all the branches. But yeah, so trans people will be able to join now. Good for them. For those who want to join, you're getting what you want. The way I look at it is, with the military not discriminating towards transgender people, that's just one less channel of discrimination for the community, so that's always great. So whenever I hear about any bans lifting, that's awesome to hear. So yeah, trans people, you're going to be welcome into the military. Like I said, cool for you if you want to do that. In addition, I think the last thing I'm going to say about this is I've also read stories, read statistics, and personally knew people who were trans but in the closet who used the military as almost like a scapegoat from their reality to prove their masculinity. For instance, I personally knew a trans woman who was so in denial about being trans that she joined the military to prove to herself and to prove to others that she was masculine. And yeah, that obviously didn't work out, because once the military service ended, she started transitioning. I think that's a common narrative amongst the transgender community, trans women community, or trans female community. They go into the service hoping to kind of push away their feelings of being trans and try to prove to themselves and to others that they are masculine, they're men, they're born a boy, they are a boy, or whatever. And then I think the opposite for trans men. I've read a lot of trans men and noticed a pattern of trans men, who aren't yet out, and they're not living as male, so they're still presenting as female, joining the military to be in a masculine role. They're in the military. That's typically a brave thing to do, shows their courage, a lot of characteristics and traits that are associated with masculinity in this culture, at least. So I think it's a common trend for transgender individuals to join the military to prove their masculinity. I'm sure there's other reasons, but yeah. Anyway, so that's all I have to say about the military. I look forward to posting next week. Thanks for watching.